Hello, you are listening to Just Films and That. This is the podcast where we celebrate films we think deserve a little bit more love. Whether they're underrated or underseen, we're going to tackle them one film at a time. I'm the host, Josh Allen, and I'm joined, as ever, by my brilliant co-host, Jamie Allen. Jamie, how are you doing this week? You okay?
I'm good.
Excited to talk about dragons?
Having watched a great film, I think we could all agree.
Dragons.
About dragons.
A dragon called Elliot.
And some people say it might be his imaginary friend. So, Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. And
your favourite band.
Sorry for that. Listen, listeners, Jamie doesn't speak on behalf of the whole podcast with that joke.
Were you excited about the Lumineers being in this film?
I was so excited that Bon Iver were in this film. It was really good. Kids at home, those are bands that people in their 30s listen to now. Not like kids might be listening to this. It is a kids' film, but yes, we're talking about Pete's Dragon, Jamie, from 2016, but feels sooner.
26. If feels sooner, doesn't it?
Unbelievably 10 years ago, but it's 2016, which was, of course, 2 years ago. Yes, we're talking about Pete's Dragon, the live-action remake, not the one from the 70s or 60s, whenever the cartoon or whenever that came out. So
1977.
1977, same year as Star Wars. So spoiler warnings if you've not seen, let's be honest, probably either Pete's Dragons. But we're talking about the live action one today. We'll get stuck into it now. But before we get stuck into it, if you could head on over to whatever app you listen to this on, whatever you're listening to this on, give us a 5-star rating and review. It'd be really appreciated. It only takes a couple of seconds of your time, helps other people find us and suggest films and things like that. We would really, really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who's listening and has listened to us, all these years. Jamie, over to you then. You picked this one. So tell the guys at home, what is Pete's Dragon about in a little snapshot, and why did you pick it? Is it underrated? Is it underseen?
All right, so Pete's Dragon is about a young boy. It's a Disney movie, so obviously his parents die within the first 2 minutes of the film.
Traumatically so.
And even if you hadn't seen this, as soon as you see his point of view from that car, you're like, we got some dead parents on the go here, baby. And he, instead of calling the police, he wanders up into the woods.
He's the 70s or 60s.
He's about 4, isn't he?
I think.
Yeah, so it's not all his fault, but he's got a little bit of the blame. He walks into the woods. It's actually, there's like a little bit of danger and peril. There's some wolves chasing him, but he runs into the arms of a lovely dragon, a lovely, beautifully rendered by CGI dragon, and then grows up, and then obviously Bryce Dallas Howard finds him and tries to domesticate him again, but he wants to be with the dragon, Elliot, again.
Such a bad name for a dragon. I'll save it for dislikes.
I like the bit at the end where he goes, Elliot, stay.
To the end where the dragon says it's actually Elliot's monster. That's what it's called.
My name's Greg. I told you 50 times.
So that's the plot. Is it underrated? Is it underseen? Is it both?
So I think this is underseen. But yeah, we like to do it at the end, but I think the critics have probably got above what I would have given.
Right, okay.
But I like this. This was kind of considered a bit of it's not a bomb, but it's a bit of a Disney-like disappointment because they wanted, everything to get in the 600, 700 millions.
Yeah. Because I hadn't seen this before, but all I knew about it was obviously a rough idea of the plot and the fact that it didn't do very well. And it's one of these, obviously, we've been quite scathing about the Disney remakes on these, but it's often sort of not, it is one of them, but it's not considered as one of them.
No, because I think, Pete's Dragon isn't really a beloved Disney. Like, when we talk about the remakes, we say,
Lion King, Aladdin.
The 90s, the gold, and also, like, they're doing Moana now, which, what the fuck? You might as well do Toy Story 5, the live-action remake. But this is, like, kids don't really watch Pete's Dragon, do they? You don't?
No.
And also, it's a reimagining, like, the How I Met Your Dragon, or How I Met Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah, How to Date My Dragon with 10 Easy Ways.
10 Simple Rules for Dating a Teenage Dragon.
That was literally shot for shot, wasn't it, as a remake?
Yeah.
Whereas this has done something very different, especially tonally, which we'll get into.
Yes.
Which I think does this is what they should be doing with Disney remakes. Let's reimagine it.
Remake them, and they've sort of tried the odd bit here and there, like, for example, not directly replacing Robin Williams in Aladdin. Think it's okay. It's not Robin Williams, though. They almost can't win, can they? Because if you change it, people go, it's not their remake, and if you do it the same, people go, what's the point? Except for Moana, the live action one, because what is the fucking point?
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's get into it. So if you've not listened before, we always talk about what we liked about the film, and then we move on to what we didn't like about the film. Then we move on to critical reception and decide, is it underrated? Is it underseen? Is it both? Jamie thinks it's underseen. Let's get stuck into it then, mate. So you've picked this one. What do you like about it? Is it the big fluffy dragon?
Oh, I think it's so well made. Like this is probably the best looking Disney remake film.
Yeah, it looks great. Really looks great. Yeah.
Like, and I'm not just talking about the dragon. Like the CGI rendering is perfect. They've gone really smart to go, let's go a cuddly dragon instead of scales. And it's there's a couple of shots in this that I'm like, wow, that is not what you'd expect in a Disney film. Like there's when they tie the dragon to the flatbed. And he uses, like, I think this is probably pre-drone. Like, drones were around in 2016, but they weren't as popular as they are now.
Yeah, mate, we're mainstream, were they?
There's probably quite a few helicopter shots. And so when you hear what the budget was, like, I think the budget on this was $65 million.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that. It's like most of that must have gone on the dragon, right?
Yeah, because you wonder, like, and also it's a decent cast, and I figured, like, they've done well to go, what do kids want to see? They want Wes Bentley, they want Robert Redford.
Yeah, they want the boys as Carl Urban.
Yeah. But I mean, that's actually a point, is that it's not like zany, big, gimmicky character actors that they're getting in. They're getting actually quality actors, so that because I think when you get like Wes Bentley in, who is, he cameoed at the end of one of the Mission Impossibles, and I heard them talking about, like, why'd you get Wes Bentley? Just get a random guy and he's got 5 minutes. It's like, because he can do in 2 minutes what, it'd take another actor a while to settle in.
Yes,
I think he's very good and very understated. And the whole thing, the tone of this is understated. When you're watching his Pete's escape from the hospital, I think a modern day Disney film would have that as like zany music. And he's running through newspapers, or someone drops it, but it's actually all based, like, even the slapstick stuff is based in reality. Like, there's a bit later where the dragon flies over and two paramedics drop someone that they're carrying out on a stretcher. But it's like, it's based in reality. It's not like a slide.
Yeah, it is really understated, isn't it? It's one of the most. It's probably it's almost like one of the least Disney films. I wonder if that maybe had an impact on how many people see it, or if it's probably more likely that it's a remake of a film that's not that beloved. But
I think it definitely had an impact, because this is I'm touching on I don't even know if it is a dislike, because I love the tone of the film, but if I had a 6-year-old, I wouldn't put them down and watch this.
Yes, I know what you mean. Like, there's bits they've put stuff in there, like, for the kids, and you're like, yeah, but by this time it's already quite, like, there's elements where it's quite washed out, quite naturally lit, things like that. Like you say, it looks amazing. Like, there's some really great shots of the dragon flying through the sky, and bits of the way they use the sun and the light and the clouds and things like that. Like, it looks really atmospheric and stuff like that. But there are also bits, like you say, it's like this almost, it looks like an indie film. It's got like quite an indie film feel to it, doesn't it?
Well, we joked about it having the Lumineers song scores over his, like, and it's quite a moody piece of him. It's sad that he's running around after he's escaped from hospital, and it's not like, oh, look at the scrapes he's getting into. It's like, look at this world he doesn't understand.
Look at his lost child, yeah. I mean, it's David Lowery, isn't it, who did The Green Knight and things like that. Sorry, go on, what else?
It's not like it's, Mank, or there is fun. Like, I've written down, if you're going to give me a film about a boy who's friends with a dragon, in one of the early scenes, you better show me that boy riding a dragon.
Yeah.
And we do get that escapism, that he's having fun riding in the woods, and it looks fantastic.
And there's things like the camouflage effect is great, and especially like that's the sort of thing kids would like. And there is the odd thing, like you say, there's still the odd thing of like adults getting made fun of and getting made fools out of and things like that.
Yeah, and also, like, I think in like David Lowery directed this. He did The Green Knight. I don't know if you've seen The Green Knight, but
no, I'm aware of it.
He's got a great eye, and he's got, like, he does complex characters, which is why I think Carl Urban's character is great in this, because he's, any other Disney films, he's twirling his mustache and
Cruella de Vil, but it's a dragon.
Yeah, he's like, oh, they said take down 5 trees, but we're going to take down 10. But he's just someone who's, like, worried for his company. He's worried for the people that he has to pay. And the villains aren't, it's not like, oh, you're wood choppers, so you are villains. It's like, what about sustainable? Like, it's quite a mature environmental message that I like. And they go to lengths to show, like, he goes to shoot him with tranquilizers, and when he sees that the kids are there, he's like, get them kids out of here. He's not like, well, I'll shoot anyway.
Yeah,
and
he's not soul-minded enough that it makes it, like you say, he's not a cackling villain, is he?
No, and like, you could even say he's the antagonist, but he's not like a full villain, is he? It's not like they cut off ties to him at the end.
No, I also like the fact that they set it in the 70s. Is it 70s?
It's actually, this opening scene is 77 as a tribute, and then this is like,
because the cartoon set in like the Middle Ages or something.
Yeah.
So I quite like that they just went, how are we going to do it? Set in the 70s, but then that takes away modernity, so you can't just have like people filming the dragon on an iPhone.
Yeah, and it just, everything looked better back in the 80s, didn't
it? Everyone smoked. It was class.
But that would be great if the dad was just ripping a bone. Yeah, we all saw the Dragon Kid, don't worry. So yeah, I like the environmental message. Before we get on to what you like, shall we hit the big emotion bomb?
There's some great emotion bombs, and hit me with the emotion bomb. I like the emotion bombs.
So for me, the biggest one was Elliot looking in the window when they're reading the book, and he realizes like what Pete needs and what he's been deprived of.
I mean, it starts with an emotion bomb with the parents.
Yeah. I mean, you really do feel, because that young kid that they get in, like the first kid, just looking at his face, you're like, oh god, someone needs to pick that kid up and protect him. And these are real powerful.
Yeah, no, it is. There were some great emotions of him, like you say, Elliot looking through the window, looking at what he's reading. I mean, they do some good characterization of the dragon as well, like you say, almost some personification or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's a great emotion bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, they try to get away with one where Pete comes back and gives Bryce Dallas Howard a massive hug, but I was like, you only met her yesterday, so that's you're not having that. But the very end one where he reunites with Elliot up in the north, and he's had his little swanky haircut. It looks like Justin Bieber. That got me like right at the end.
So the one that got me was when he has to say goodbye.
Yeah,
which I know is spoilers. It's not forever, but it still gets you there.
Well, I know you had to kill your dog like last week, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, it's because it was it could turn invisible.
Boredom gets us all. So. But no, yeah, it does. Like, obviously, it reminded me a lot of Harry and the Hendersons, which like that gets me as well. At least in this one, the dragon understands why he's saying goodbye, because that when they have to be like, no, get out of here, shoot.
I haven't seen Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, spoiler for that.
I'm sure I'll live when I do watch it.
We'll be doing Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, good. Right, okay. Well, when we do it, yeah.
My only other comment was on that ending when they're all in the car and they shot it exactly like the opening. I was like, this would actually be really funny if the car
starts again.
Now it's a unicorn.
If it just actually cut to Pete's grown up and he's got his own kids.
He's done it again. But yeah, that's it. I mean, final, we touched on it, but how is that 65 million? How?
It's mad that they've done a lot for that, haven't they? You can't even get a decent central midfielder for 65 million now.
We can't get one for 125 million. It's a little football joke for you there.
Yeah.
Also, the ending set piece, when you look at how extravagant films are now, and this is only 10 years ago, but the ending set piece is the dragon burns a bridge for a bit, a car falls through. That's it.
It's really low stakes, isn't it? It's all in one town. The dragon affects about 20 people.
Yeah, that's it. They all have PTSD now.
Yeah, and the town's quarantined whilst they try and find this invisible dragon to try and presumably harvest its ability to go invisible. But
yeah, that's the sequel where he's just locked up.
What's the dragon called, kid? Elliot, is it? Right.
Yeah.
So someone get this kid away.
His name is Subject B1506. So I've wanged on enough there. What were your likes?
Yeah, I mean, we've mostly covered it for me. Like you said, there's loads of great emotionality. I like the setting. I thought the cast were pretty good, like Bryce Dallas Howard, like you say, Carl Urban's really good in it. The little kid's really, really good. Obviously, shout out to Robert Redford, who sadly passed away in the last 12 months. He's really, really great. And this is the sort of he's the only other. He's the wink and the nod to the audience. He holds the audience's hand. He's the guy. I've seen it. Don't worry, I'll help. And I thought he was really good. Isaiah Whitlock Jr.'s in this as well, who obviously passed away quite recently. He's the sheriff. So yeah, he's great in it.
The dragon as well.
The dragon's good. Well, the dragon for me is actually the highlight. But the, the
he
cast
passed away recently.
The dragon died recently. Yeah. No, I really like the look of the dragon. I like that a lot of thought has gone into what this dragon's going to look like. So most of the time they just go, it's a big lizard thing with scales and wings. Whereas in this, it's more like a big dog. Like it looks like a dragon in terms of its frame, but I like that it's fluffy. Because that definitely brings home that connotations of it being a pet. I don't know, obviously plenty of people have pets with scales, there's nothing wrong with that, but I like that sort of left turn away from what a traditional dragon is and things like that. I thought it looked really good.
It looks like a kid's drawing it, which I think that plays into, is it real?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it looks like a kid's drawing it. So yeah, really great look of the dragon. Like you say, David Lowery's got a really great eye, some really beautiful shots. I like the way they've set it, like you say, in a small town with a great, sort of forest view and things like that. So it's not set in a city, it's all that sort of thing where they sort of build it up, don't they, towards the end, like, and then everyone forgot the dragon and it would become this like collective myth or misremembering, except for Pete and his family who do remember it properly. So I quite like the way they built that up. But yeah, look, I didn't think it was absolutely brilliant out the park, but I think there's loads to like here, particularly the visuals. And I think, yeah, we'll get onto some of the stuff in a bit, but I think there was loads to like there, particularly how it looked. Okay, so we'll move on to the dislike section then to see if there's anything we didn't like about the film, anything we'd change about the film. Jamie, you picked this one. Can you bring yourself to say stuff like, is this an absolute smash hit knockout for you, or is there issues? Is there flaws to be found in Pete's Dragon?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me on this one because the thing that I'd say goes against it is something that I like, is that tonally, you get a lot of Disney films in the first 5 minutes, like there's just loud noises to get the kids, It's that opening of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, screaming at the screen.
One of the best films ever made, but that's fine, go on.
No, but I mean, it's...
the whole Who Framed Roger Rabbit's a pastiche anyway, but I know what you mean, like Arabian Nights and Aladdin.
Yeah. Whereas this, tonally, I love it because this is like it's autumn put on, film.
It is very autumnal, isn't it?
Yeah. And I love that, but as I said, I don't think I could justify putting 6 or 7-year-olds down to watch this. That's when they could watch Transformers.
Main thing. Yeah, that was my main thing. Is I was like watching it being like, it's beautiful, it looks amazing, but it has got that indie film feel where you're like, a kid is going to be bored out of their mind unless they really get captured by the particular look of the dragon or something else. There isn't that much for kids here, so I can see why, like you say, you wouldn't sit your kids down to watch this.
Yeah, and there's not many. There's only a couple of other issues I've got. I think the point of the dragon appearing. So he says that he showed up to Robert Redford while his wife was sick, which I was like, oh, okay, so it feeds on grief. But actually, does it show up when you need it? Obviously, Pete needed that dragon at that point.
Because he's on his own, yeah.
And Robert Redford must have been a bit, down on it. His wife's dying.
Yeah.
And then it showed up and and he said, after I saw that, I saw the magic in life but I don't think, I'm an adult who has, analysed a lot of films just because I don't have a family. So I've got all this time on my hand. And even I was like, that is too subtle. If this is a kid's film, you can actually handhold people into saying he shows up when you need him, or,
Yeah, it's like the message, the message can be clearer. There's plenty of things of like sharing is nice, that's for the younger kids, or things like it doesn't matter where you come from, that sort of thing.
Or run away with no shoes if you're hardcore.
Yeah, and make friends with a meerkat and a warthog and become a vegetarian.
Yeah, I've also got, is Pete a bit boring? He doesn't say much.
Yeah, I guess the star is the dragon and the adults are there to sort of look in wonder. It is a bit, for me, it looks amazing, but there is that issue of like, it's because I don't think it's pretentious or anything like that. I think it's going for something. No, yeah. It's just not, it's going for something. I think it achieves that something good, and achieving that something, I think it misses out a chunk of its key audience. I think that was my takeaway. Because for example, for me, the first half I thought was a little bit ponderous, like it was just a little bit oddly paced, and then the second half really picks up and becomes more of a blockbuster. Maybe that's where they saved all the money. They just spent no money on the first half and then 65 million in the second half. It's actually $130 million film.
Where's the dragon? He's behind that tree.
He's there, don't worry about it. He's here. Is that him in the sky far away? That's him. Yeah.
I was thinking on it, like maybe this is for, 7 or 8-year-olds that are reading above their level. It's an enjoyable
For confident
film.
8-year-olds.
Yeah, they're really like precocious ones.
Did you think it was a little bit boring in places?
No, because
boring
I'm
for
an adult,
a kid, maybe.
I think it would be boring for a kid because also like because like we said, it has that autumnal like visual style, which I think, or we could say it's real. It's shot through realism, a type of realism, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think children probably their visual palette is used to like the Disney, you splashing primary colors,
big, bright, bold colors, and lots of movement, bold lines.
So maybe if they'd had like Mr. Tumble in the background.
Or a musical number. Yeah. Musical number.
We had a musical number. It was the Lumineers.
There's not really anything else from me on the dislikes. There's a few occasions where the dragon, like, I don't know, this is going to sound like a really stupid point. There's a few points where you can't see the dragon that well because he seems to blend into his surroundings. He also, if you've not seen it, can go invisible and can camouflage into his surroundings. But there was a few things where, because I think it was just a reflective of that autumnal style and that hyper-realism where I could not tell what was going on.
I did like the color change when Pete like touches him and when Bryce Dallas Howard touches him. He has that thing where he goes to a like lighter shade of green.
Yes, yeah.
And it's weird because as an emotional beat, you're like, I don't really understand why he's doing that. But I just liked it. Like I got a bit goosebumpy.
Yeah. No, it's just a nice moment, and it's a visual cue, isn't it? So it looks nice. Anything else from you on the dislikes?
No. Also, like it's like 1 hour 57. Doesn't feel it for me. I know you said it was a bit slow in the first, but
it was a bit slow, but it wasn't. It was a bit slow and ponderous, but I didn't feel the runtime. It was just a little bit ponderous.
Yeah, I think like another filmmaker might have more of a chase at the end. It might have more army kind of.
Yeah.
I thought tonally, I was thinking like the end of The Iron Giant, where there's overkill on military.
Yes. Yeah.
Not that I'm not criticizing The Iron Giant. I know everyone loves it. It's fine.
It's really good.
It's
it's really understated, isn't it? But I think on the plus side, understated and really beautiful visuals. On the other side, probably a little bit boring for its target audience. Which we are not. We're not its target audience. I mean, maybe it's that it's going for kids that are slightly older, like 11-year-olds or something like that, instead of 8-year-olds. But also at the same time, 11-year-olds, they're going to be just watching superhero stuff and the YouTubes and the TikToks.
No, they're watching TikTok dances now, and they're
all getting radicalized and
song.
Stuff. Yeah. 6'7" or something, whatever. But yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to talking about the critical reception. Then we'll decide, is it underrated or is it underseen? Just to remind you all, Jamie picked this because he thinks it's underseen, but you think the rating's sort of all right, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of averages out happily, but I'd like to know, like, what rating would you give this? And I think it's underseen as well, so I'm not saying that's underrated.
Okay.
But
what would I give it? I think it's probably a 6 out of 10. I think that'd be okay. What would you say? Well, actually, no, that'll give it away, won't it? So I'd say it's probably a 6.
Because we're not saying it's underrated, so I'd say it's like an 8.5 for me. But
right, okay.
I think I've got a better emotional connection to this, and also we need to remember that you've threatened to do Wild Wild West on this show.
We've done Wild West.
Oh, have we?
We did it with Alice. Don't worry, you dodged that bullet. Dodged that bullet. Yeah, if you want to listen to our episode on Wild Wild West, came out in January. I want to say January 24 or 23. But yeah, so let's look at the scores. Right. Then we'll do the box office. So at the time, so just to remind you, if you've not heard this before, we do the IMDb, the Rotten Tomatoes audience, Rotten Tomatoes critics. We average it out, and then we take a look at the box office. Jamie, let's hear the scores.
All right, get your abacus ready. On IMDb, it's got a 6.7.
Yeah, so not far off what I said. So that's
which is what you give it because you're an animal.
That's correct. Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes audience 72%.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes critics, my boys, 88%. Yeah.
That's mental. That's absolutely mad.
Because it's beautiful. And it's got the Lumineers. We're in the woods. You're in the woods and you're sad. Yeah.
So that averages out at about 7.5 out of 10 or 75%. I would say, I said 6, so I can't say 75% is underrated. It's probably a little bit overrated for me, but you said underseen.
I would tell you to eat a bag of shit.
Put it to a vote about whether or not that. So it's 75% or 7.5 out of 10.
No, the vote should just be should Josh eat?
Should I eat a bag of shit? Not doing that again. Not after last time. But yeah, and
right.
then but the main thing, the main benchmark here is the rate, is the Underseen factor. So it cost 75 million. What did it make?
Yeah, so it sounds like it made a profit, but it wouldn't have, knowing what we know about kind of how. So the production budget was $65 million.
Yeah.
Worldwide total was $143 million.
And for a Disney film, that's nothing.
Yeah, we know marketing would have been about 80 million at least.
I wonder why that's so low.
I think they saw that, like that budget tells you that they didn't want to go big on this. And I think they saw this and went, well, you can't really do a McDonald's tie-in where it's like, oh, it's the Woodsman. You know, or,
I got Carl Urban.
Yeah.
In my Happy Meal. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Or maybe it was one of those ones where it's not a beloved film, so they were quite happy to auteur it and let someone just have a go at it and make it in their own style.
That's the thing is now, you get, as much as I love Jon Favreau, and I actually really like the Jungle Book remake, we're not seeing the independence and the,
No, it's just the visual CGI blobs.
Yeah, it's, it's remake, like word for word sometimes.
I still haven't been able to get through The Lion King.
Yeah, I've not put it on. The Lion King.
Put it on, saw the lion's lips moving and went, no, not for me. I can't see it. They can't talk. I don't want to see what
I'm not being like a kind of film puritanical on this because I actually quite like the Aladdin thing. I think they did some different stuff. And
Aladdin's okay. I actually think the Kenneth Branagh Cinderella's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's held in high esteem. And again, that's because they play it straight, though, with the Cinderella one.
Yeah. I've heard that Maleficent's quite good. I've not actually seen it.
Well, you said if it's a female protagonist, you won't really bother.
Well, yeah, why would I watch that? Do you know what I mean? Jamie doesn't speak for me. I'll say it again.
Yeah, I mean, like when we talk about Underseen, we talk about box office, but also like cultural footprint.
Legacy, cultural footprint, yeah.
No one's talking about Pete's Dragon.
There's definitely a film in there to like. I just wonder if they missed the point with the audience. But then, at the end of the day, it's out there. It is visually really, really great. I think there's definitely some stuff in there to like. You really like it. I didn't dislike it. I thought it was good. So yeah, but I'd be interested to know, what does the target audience actually think about it? Because as we've both agreed, I don't think there's loads in there, and it is a little bit boring for them, perhaps. But that doesn't mean we didn't enjoy it.
If you've got an 8 to 11-year-old listening, get them on Twitter. That's a safe place to go on.
Yeah,
and just get them to answer our poll.
Get them to say 6, 7.
Yeah. Oh God, you've met one child.
By the time this comes out, that'll be out of date.
I did on New Year's Eve hear one of that generation go, it's 2026, so more about 7, 8. And I was ready to bottle them. I was like, I hope your Uber driver crashes on your way out.
They've stopped letting you into play areas now, haven't they?
Yeah, but only because I was stealing all the balls from the play.
So there we go. The Pete's Dragon from 2016. We're agreed it's Underseen. We're not agreed on the rating, so we'll put that out to the listeners as to whether Jamie, whether you support Jamie or my correct view on the score. But yes, we'll be back next week with another episode with a listener suggestion. In the meantime, if you want to get in touch with us, it's filmsandthatpod@gmail.com. We're on all the social medias. If you just search for Just Films and That on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, you'll find us. Give us a follow. We're always putting stuff out there. We're on Letterboxd as well, where we log all the films and all the films that I watch as well and things like that. So do give us a follow. Everything is in the show notes. Click the link tree and you'll find us. As well as that, in the show notes is also a link to Jamie's other podcast, which is Best Movie 2. Jamie, tell them about Best Movie 2.
It's a podcast that tells you what movie to watch in any given situation. For example, what's the best movie to watch when you're hungover? What's the best movie to watch if you've borrowed a 5-year-old and need to show them a dragon movie? So each episode we cover...
Dragonheart, that's quite good.
Oh, I fucking love Dragon. And also, the Best Movie 2 account has a Letterboxd as well, where I try to write comical reviews on those films, but...
You succeed, mate. I think some of them are very good.
I'd say 40% of the time I'd be like, yeah, it's all right. I'll give that. Just give you a little chuckle.
But yeah, do give it a follow. Do give it a listen if you like film content. It's film content, but it's much different content to this. They talk about loads of films. We talk about one film, so that's one main difference. But yeah, give it a follow. I'm on it like most of the time as well. So
yeah, We would have just put one out with you on.
It's basically a sibling podcast to this one. But yes, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next week. It's goodbye from me. Cheerio.
Bye.